kör vi. Hej där kompisar, välkomna till ytterligare ett avsnitt av Just Another Boozy Talkshow. Mattias, det är dags idag igen.
Äntligen.
Ja. Idag mina damer och herrar så har vi en gäst som jag personligen har känt väldigt länge och som har figurerat i Stockholms bar- och restaurangscen ett bra tag. Är du spänd på gästen?
Verkligen, det är ju ingen person jag känner sen innan, så att det ska bli jätteintressant.
Spännande projekt för dig, en bra assimilering till Stockholms krogvärld för dig.
Verkligen.
Assimilering, kan man säga så?
Jag kan inte uttala mig om det.
Ja.
Jag försöker säga ord jag kan. Jag är lagd så.
Det är ju din grej. Ja. Som vanligt idag så ska vi ut på vift med Tully tonic. Och det är ju du som håller i. Och sen så blir det ju ytterligare ett inslag av Tjyvspråket. Men vi kör väl igång?
Ja, det tycker jag.
Kör vi igång?
Ja.
Då välkomnar vi in George Kaponis. How are you doing?
Great.
It's nice to have you here.
Good to be here.
And for those of you who don't know, George worked at Restaurant AG here in Stockholm as a bar manager.
Yeah, 8 years now.
8 years now, yeah. Beautiful bar, beautiful iconic Stockholm bar. For those of you who haven't been, you should definitely visit, especially for the drinks, but also for the food. It depends on who you talk to.
Yeah.
If I talk to Johan, I say the other way around, but since you're here. Okay, how are you feeling today, George?
Good.
Yeah?
Good.
Been a good morning?
Yeah, it has been. You got to sleep in, so...
What do you have in your pockets at the moment?
I found this one as before. It was
Oh!
it's a Pilsner Urquell.
Something new, Mattias.
Oh, I love that.
What was your latest Google search?
Shit. Fuck.
You can tell he's getting nervous right away, can't you?
It's not porn.
This is good material. First time this is good material.
Yeah.
It's the Google. I looked yesterday. I went to Babette, so I looked if they're open. I guess that's
the latest Google.
That's the latest.
Okay. Since you have your phone in your hand, what's your latest screenshot?
The kids take some videos. I see here. It's a message.
Anything you want to share?
Somebody, one of my colleagues said, "What's up, Yamas?"
Yamas.
Because it's Jewish. I said, "Hey man, hey hummus, what's up?" So I thought, okay, if you're going cultural, let's go cultural. Tzatziki, I call you falafel.
Yeah. You can call me moussaka, because for you who don't know, I'm actually 6.5% Greek.
Yes.
So me and George, we have a special bond. Yeah, we're related. It feels like that.
Yes.
Yeah. When were you? If you don't look at happiness in this big picture, like my kid was born, but in the small things, like say 6 months or 3 months back in time, when were you at the happiest?
3 months back, I was in Hawaii.
In Hawaii.
Yeah. That was fun. Yeah, it was nice. It was a little bit. I went there on a beer festival, and then I landed there on Thursday night, and then the next morning Donald Trump closed the borders.
Oh.
Everybody started panicking and trying to flee the island and make it back to Europe. I stayed put. I had a boozy lunch, breakfast, Bloody Marys. They served them there with the grilled shrimps and bacons and all like that.
We obviously need something to drink, and you can choose. I'll take this since you can choose whatever you like to drink during the show.
Aha, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the original.
The original.
Maybe go here first.
Yeah.
First.
You
just pour first, then you can pour for me too. First one to pour first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, was I not supposed to have it?
No.
Cheers. Yes. Hawaii happiest, and if you could choose, obviously. Me being your Greek brother and all, but if you can choose someone, anybody in the world that you could share a bottle of wine with, who would that be?
2 bottles, sorry.
2 bottles,
you always
or
3 bottles, so you can.
You know, our NBA MVP. You know basketball.
Yeah.
Basketball's quite big in Greece. Since the 80s, and nowadays the most valuable player of NBA last year was boy that was born and raised in Greece.
All right.
By Nigerian parents.
Okay.
So I would like to pick up his brain. How was it growing up in Greece?
What's his name?
It's Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh. So a Greek.
So he came up. It's an incredible story. He came up as an immigrant He was selling CDs in the parks. Obviously, had to face a lot of difficulties. Being African in Greece, it's not very common to see African people in Greece. He wasn't recognized by the government. He didn't have a passport until he became picked in the NBA.
All right.
And then suddenly everybody's proud about him.
Yeah. Where did George grow up?
I grew up in Greece, of course. I was born in Athens. I lived there for 5-6 years, and then my father moved the whole family to the west coast of Greece, where he's or his family originally is from.
So how old are you now?
I'm like 4 or 5.
Okay.
Dark story actually to it. My father, on a night out, after work, he was in our business as well. So finished work, he go to see a friend in a bar, nightclub. He goes in, his friend doesn't work, he grabs one drink, he goes out. As he goes out, there's this fight between two groups of people. Some locals of the area, and then this other group of Greeks of the Black Sea that immigrated back to Greece or visiting relatives. I don't know the whole story. So they started fighting. My father goes in the middle, "Hi guys, where are you fighting from?" It's like, it's whatever, stupid cause as always. And they started chasing each other. My father's like, I gotta go home. I was a baby back then. So he comes home the next day. Turns out one guy died on the fight. So the one group started running, the other guys chasing them. They split. So this group, the aggressive group, grabbed one of them and beat him to death.
Bit him to death?
Yes.
My God.
Yeah, they beat him to death. And then they, since there was no witnesses about the group, they all said it was that tall guy who did it, my father.
Oh my God.
So my father got involved in this really front page death kind of case, a murder case in Greece. It was all over the news.
But how?
So then he, of course, got away because he was innocent, but he was scared that these mobsters will come after us, So he moved the whole family.
Okay.
It's a bit of a dark story.
Dark story, yeah. Keeping on that track, you came to Sweden. Tell us the story. How did you end up here in Sweden?
My wife is Swedish. We're not married actually, but we have a mortgage and 3 kids. I guess that's more than married.
Yeah. Is it?
Yes.
Can I paint the picture?
Yes.
Okay. It's this Mediterranean sunset. You just finished your shift. Your wife is with her friends on a vacation. And she sees this beautiful man and she can't resist. And then you've been eating calamaris
Ever since.
and olives ever since.
Sounds like tzatziki or something.
Yeah.
The movie, eh?
Yeah. Is a bit of truth to it, or?
Yeah, of course.
No?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Beautiful. If there's somebody in the bar scene, you can pick one from Sweden, one from Greece, and one from the international bar scene that you admire or you think is doing something important or good. Who would those people be? Start
From
with
Greece.
From Greece.
From Greece, I'd say an old friend of mine, Babis Kaidalidis, is the guy who started the Athens Bar Show many years back. He's done a great job, great show, and he's actually, as a result of the bar show, a lot of international guests got to know the Athenian bar scene and cocktail scene, and that's why I think he's the main reason behind all the success we had with our top 50 bars. And the same family in there is the founders of 3 Cents, the other big brand, the Greek brand right now, the modern ones. They are also related in that sphere of events. These two of the guys were working together for many years, George and Babis.
Great way to promote.
And then they brought all these guys into Athens. These international guests and voters in these awards saw everything, all the good work that was doing. Because a lot of times I think a lot of capitals there's great work done, but no one gets to see it. So you need to bring the people in. I think this is the case a little bit with Sweden as well.
Yeah, we don't really have. I mean,
this
we
bar
have
show that everybody comes in and
and
it's sporadic. It's very sporadic.
Yeah, and we don't really have we have a bar show, but it's so internal, like the Nordic one, and I guess they're doing a great job trying to make it bigger, but it hasn't really come natural, or at least that's the feeling.
Of course, you have to be good at it, to what you do, and then people see it and give you up. But I think we have had a great level of bars in Stockholm the last 8 years.
Yeah.
that I've been here anyway. That would be one guy, Babis. I think he's done fantastic work, and maybe it didn't look like it was going to be so big in the beginning. Actually, didn't look at all it was going to be that big.
Yeah.
But it became with hard work what it is today. That's one personality, Babis, I'd say.
Great name also.
Babis, yeah. The Greek name is Haralambos. So it's hard to do marketing with that name. It's like, how do you promote that?
Sounds like a tea or...
It's
like,
Haralambos. I got Haralambos. I gotta go to the doctor.
Hey!
I got the Haralambos, man.
Just put some tzatziki on it. It'll go away.
But the name Papastafopoulos, I always liked it.
Yeah.
Papastafopoulos.
The football player.
Yeah, his name is Papastafopoulos.
Papastafopoulos. He plays for
Papastafopoulos.
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 He plays for an Arsenal now these days. He plays for Arsenal.
No clue.
Yeah.
But I like him and I like the name.
Yeah.
Matthias is into band, he doesn't know anything.
But you know what he did when he moved to play football abroad? He changed his jersey in the back. He put his first name. His first name is Socrates. Papastafopoulos was just too long, man.
Yeah.
It never was.
In Sweden then?
I think maybe I would say I don't know. It's hard.
Okay, let's say Talmud.
Talmud,
yeah. Woohoo!
Rasmus.
Yes.
Rasmus Hadnan.
Oh, I can feel the ego,
The backlash
the
coming.
ego Mediterranean waves
This is gonna be a shit day after this.
coming over me. Yeah.
You gave him too much.
Yeah, I'm gonna just trip around. All right, then one international.
International personality in the beverage world.
You gave me a book a long time ago from. I mean, this is a 1920s, 30s bartender.
The operator name is this Harry Johnson.
Harry Johnson, yeah.
It's fantastic. I just the recipes. I think they're dated.
Mm-hmm.
It's still like a window to what it was back then.
But still the same thing, I guess.
Yeah, and then operation was like really spot on. It was like, wow, they had such a deep insight. So many, like 100 years ago, more 140, 50 years ago. It's a fantastic book.
Good book choice. We'll put
Just a story. I would read just the first part. And like the recipes. If you wanna get a reference, what it was
back
to
then.
make something back then. Yeah.
We'll put the book for you to see in the description and here as you can see now as well. Mattias,
Ja.
Då är det dags mina damer och herrar för Tjyvspråket.
Stäng på min dator.
Ja, du var inte riktigt beredd där.
Nej, jag var inte det.
Nej.
Då är det dags för Tjyvspråket. Och idag så har vi ordet knuffa. Det är ju ett välkänt ord inom det svenska språket. Det är jag också väl medveten om. Men vad betyder det i det här krogsammanhanget?
Knuffa.
Vi knuffar kan man säga. Vi knuffar.
I know.
Ja.
Do you know?
No idea.
No idea. I think it's when it's like this, you have your spirit here and your beer here, and you come a bit late to, you have to catch up with all your friends, and you knuffa.
Ja.
Huh?
So it
No?
doesn't really make any sense why you would have a word for that.
You see the sense of it.
Catching
don't you?
up.
Catching up. I want to get some shots in me.
Let's knuffa up. Can't think.
Okay.
Totally makes sense.
Okay, it makes sense. If you say so.
My Greek brother says it makes sense.
So what it means is that we're gonna have a springnota.
Aj.
Yeah. So we're not gonna pay. We're gonna run. If I say we're gonna knuffar den här då.
That's a good question, Mattias.
Run.
Give us your best springnota story.
Shit. One of them is two guys, obviously criminal.
At AG?
Yeah, in the bar. They started acting weird. We had to go. The guy, we tell him off. You're too drunk. You gotta leave. He goes to get his jacket, wardrobe. As soon as he gives the number to find his jacket, the girl was working. We always have young people working on the wardrobe. Turns around to get the jacket. He grabs all the tips, puts in his pocket. Grab the jacket and run.
And he hadn't paid the bill.
No.
No.
Then we call the police. We bust them. We got them outside.
So
the police came and then they got them.
Oh, so you ran after them?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ballsy, huh?
Yeah.
Word number 2.
You got another one.
Yeah. So it's always a word for a soup.
Soup.
Yeah, so like a shot.
Yeah.
And today we have en liten knaber.
Knabber.
I like it already. Knabber.
En knaber. Cheers!
Cool.
Cheers. Knabber. Tackar vi Mattias Storgärds för ytterligare ett inslag av Tjyvspråket. Tack så mycket Mattias.
Tack själv.
Ja.
En liten paus eller?
Ja. How did you end up bartending?
I grew up in the business. My family, my father was in the business before. He had bars and restaurants and cafes. So I worked for my father ever since I was like 11, 12. And usually it was like wash glasses by hand back then in the 80s, fill up the fridges. And then I worked there with my father until I was 17, 18. Then I went to the army. And when I went back, I started working with tourism.
On the islands, right?
Yeah, on the islands, and then particular island I actually started bartending. It was very big on all the bars that bartenders were Fler bartender. If you wanted to work in the better bars, you had to do this, and then you would get a lot more money as well, and obviously a lot more chicks.
Yeah. So you have some flair in you.
Yeah, then I started competing. I've been competing for more than 10 years. That's a lot of people. I never talk about it anymore.
Would you say you have a certain style of bartending? I mean, what's your strongest points? Would it be sort of the techniques, the service part, the sort of the creative part, or the managing part?
The creative part, I think, has been quite creative. Then I think it's mainly adapting to the venue and the situation and creating your own vision and aspect that fits the venue, you know. With us, especially on AG, maybe it's like we find our niche because we had a little bit of background, the kitchen, the bar and the kitchen concept that's together, and I think it was quite unique when it first happened like 10 years ago when we opened AG. The fact that you had kitchen and bar in one, and the fact that bartenders and cooks were interchangeable. So the bartenders got trained to do the kitchen and vice versa. That was what created our style, and then this Spanish Mediterranean background of the gastronomical aspect of our bar. Tapas created at some point, maybe 7-8 years ago, the whole gin tonic focus. And then that we did our own way as well, because at the time when I created that gin tonic menu, that has been 80% of our sales the last 6 years, I'd say.
Beautiful. You brought something with you today. I'm very curious about.
I've been playing with these ideas for the last maybe 10 years. It's the first time I did it in a competition. I was presenting this drink that was essentially a Tom Collins, but I would make my own soda. So the soda was flavored in siphon. So I would put the gin in, and then all the rest of the ingredients of the Collins would be in siphon, and it wasn't obviously just lemon and sugar. It had 3-4 flavors back inside. So I started playing originally with that idea back in 2010. I created this special drink menu some years back. This is exactly where this product comes from. So it was a menu influenced 3 drinks, a trilogy of drinks inspired by Muhammad Ali. So it was 3 drinks. It was the Thriller in Manila is the famous fight that Muhammad Ali did. Yeah. We did a drink called the Thriller in Vanilla. So another drink was the Rumble in the Jungle. So we get coconut water, freeze it, and make a slush ice out of it, shaved ice, and we build a drink with that. It was like a deconstructed pina colada back in 4 or 5 years ago. And then this was a dual drink that was served alcohol-free or with alcohol. And the alcohol-free version was float like a butterfly and sting like a bee is when you put your favorite spirit inside. Yeah, so it was a dual drink, but we ended up selling a lot more the float like a butterfly, the actual alcohol-free version. So I used to keg it and have it in tap. When we changed menu, it carried on because it was so popular. So we made it our AG Superior Lemonade.
In a sense, sorry for interrupting, but that was almost long before all these craft beer breweries started to come up with, you know, these names and these colors and all of this. like very almost psychedelic labels and all of that.
Yeah.
That's very popular now.
Yeah.
So you were before your time there. Right?
Yeah, I don't know. That was not in my head. It was like I have to, it was just something we did. It was not. That was not the purpose.
You played around.
Yeah, we played around, and then it became so popular, and then we've been selling it for a few years now. We went through a couple of thousand liters of that so far. So now it's like, okay, maybe we should scale that up. So I created this company that does products like that.
So this is your own company now.
Yes.
And this is your first product, or?
Yeah, this is the first product. So this is the company is called Compagnie de Limonadiers, and Compagnie de Limonadiers was this union of street vendors of lemonade in Paris 400 years ago.
Oh, nice.
Apparently, allegedly, they say that all this consumption of lemonade and all this throwing of lemons would take away the rats from the streets of Paris, and the black
Plague.
The plague, yeah, it didn't really strike Paris so hard. I don't know about that, but I was inspired by their story. We pop one and try it.
Yeah, I would definitely like to try it.
Yeah.
Do we have some ice and glass?
Of course.
I think we try it without alcohol.
Yeah.
And then we pick one
I would
each.
go maybe Monkey or Tullamore would work great. With
Yes.
this.
Let's see. Let's make two different ones, and
Yeah.
we try it out.
So you want to try it on its own? You have other glasses?
Yeah, I can just try it.
Thanks.
Almost gives me like a medicinal character to it.
A lot of people. Did you
The
put
honey. No.
Did you put the?
I haven't
All right,
tried
let's try it on
that
its
first.
own first. So I love it like that with
Mm.
just a dash of Angostura.
Very
Have
gro-
some Angostura down there if you like.
Yeah. You want to try it with a bit? Just adds a little bit more.
Thank you.
a great complexity to it. Like you can really taste the layers of the ginger, the honey.
And it's it's a grown-up product. Even though my kids love it, they drink it, they give it all away to the neighborhood all the time.
Beautiful. Well done, George.
Oh, thanks.
Excellent.
I'm curious now. What are you gonna go for, Matthias?
I can try the gin then, just to try because you don't think it's gonna fit. So
I think it's absolutely. Don't get me wrong, it's drinkable, but I think it clashes all these ingredients here with too much happening on the gin.
Here,
let me try some sauces.
Straight, if you do one,
I mean this is much lighter, much more blossom.
try the one that's simpler.
I give you the monkey shoulder, and you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go for the smoky one.
Ah, smart.
I'm gonna go for peat wheat, Bolini.
That would be technically sort of like a long penicillin, sort of.
Yeah.
Oh, ginger, honey,
And
Balvenie, smoke.
Quite sweet Bolini with quite a heavy smokiness to it.
So I have to say that this interview is in the middle of the day, not even lunchtime yet.
Yeah.
It's a way to start a day, eh?
Hey, cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, I need to stir.
That's great. I shouldn't say that, it's my part. But it works very well with brown spirits, I say. I think this is the best match.
This is actually not bad.
Spread the love.
And then
Pete's good?
yeah, Rasmus is not.
Actually,
That's better than this.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it. Why didn't I think of that?
No, I'm not gonna. I need to
The
try
Bolini.
to be disciplined.
You do you.
Yeah, you do.
I don't
You
have
do you,
6.5% Greek in me, you know. That's what I miss.
Ja, mina damer och herrar, då har vi kommit till vårt andra inslag för...
Ja, då kör vi.
Ja, mina damer och herrar, då har vi kommit till vårt inslag Tully Tonic på vift som vi ska titta på nu, Mattias. Känns det bra? Nej?
Ja, men det är klart det känns bra, men
Vi stannar där.
Ja.
Varsågoda, titta här.
Strålande idé, Niklas. Tully Tonic i grustag. Vad tror du det här är för sorts sten, Niklas? Det är ju magiskt. Man känner liksom lukten av varm sten. Det är nästan lite bast över det. Ja, nu är det dags, Niklas. Då kör vi då. Varmt välkomna till ännu ett avsnitt av Tully Tonic på vift. Vi står på ett grustag här idag. Det är varmt och det osar sten runt om. Vad kan jag säga mer om atmosfären här? Det är väldigt fint runt omkring. Man får liksom en blick av allt här. Åh fy fan, man har ont i knäna alltså. Oj. Fan, nu är det stabilt. Ja, kör då Niklas. Oj. Ja, var det äntligen dags. Tully tonic i grustag. Som vanligt 5 centiliter Tully. Som vanligt har jag glömt att lasta i tonic i väskan. Det får vi klippa bort, Niklas. Tonic. Is. Oj. Man får ju då inte glömma, som vanligt, apelsinen. Alltså, att glömma apelsinen, det är ett förräderi mot den här drinken. Oj. Så tänk att man har innesten och får göra en sån här och dricka en sån här på arbetstid. Är det fan inte många som har det där? Ska vi se hur det här smakar? Där. Ja. Ja. Det är fan lika gott som vanligt alltså. Det spelar liksom ingen roll. Alltså sten, skog på sidan av. Det är nog ruggigt alltså. Tänk att det alltid är jag som dricker Tully tonic och du aldrig får den. Jag vet att du har beklagat dig över det. Som vanligt. Plancha. Fick vi det där, Niklas? Det kommer ju någon att hämta grusen här som helst. Kom nu då för fan.
Bra Mattias, bra, härligt.
Ja, det var kul.
Ja, det var kul. Nästa gång blir det ännu bättre.
Ja, förhoppningsvis.
Okej.
Du,